Good morning. Shawn here with Ask a Millionaire. Time for another mentor session, Q&A session. For those of you that want to submit a question and have your question answered here, like you're seeing on this YouTube channel or in the Facebook group, simply go to the Ask a Millionaire web portal, log in, submit a question, and watch the process happen. Okay, so today we've got a few questions, and let's get started on this, okay? The first question comes from Carol, and Carol says, what do you think about crypto money? The background of the question is she's just curious. Okay, so I watch it as an innocent bystander. I don't take a lot of risk with my investments these days, with the exception of I am an angel investor, and I'm invested in about 7 different startup companies from very startup to 5, 6, 7 years old. So I watched the cryptocurrency market. I just kind of watch it on my little stock trader app that I watch, even though I'm not invested at all. To me, it's just too risky right now. It's not part of a portfolio that I'm trying to build. So that's my only thought about it. I know nothing about blockchain. I'm so busy with my own companies and my own endeavors and my own lifestyle that at this moment I don't have any additional bandwidth to start doing studying on crypto. I like to, as it relates to achieving wealth in life, what I've learned is the highest contributor to wealth is going to be earned income. And in order to create passive income to invest in crypto and other types of things, it's really important for me to focus on my earned income. Right now, I've got a nice nest egg earning passive income, but I also want to continue developing a business that has recurring revenue streams within the business, because I love business and I love doing something, and that's where my focus is. At this moment, I don't have a portion of my investment portfolio that I would want to earmark towards crypto and take that risk. I'd rather put that money in my business in the form of additional people working with me, marketing or advertising or something like that. So right now, I'm not doing anything with crypto, and I don't know much about it. Okay, the next question comes from Kwame. And Kwame says, I'm in the process of securing funding for my startup, but the company would like 50% equity, but I personally think it's too much equity, so what do I do? The background is I'm a university student in the UK studying computer science, and I found a problem in the grocery delivery space, which was the price of online delivery was expensive, and there was no service where you can see all local supermarkets, mini markets, and convenience stores, order and get it delivered within 30 minutes. So I decided to talk to customers, university students and other adults who are busy with jobs or commitments, so don't have the time to shop for groceries, about the issues they have when ordering groceries online via a mobile app. I then developed my prototype app, showed it to customers to gain feedback and how I could improve it. Once I'd done that, I registered to start up program and seed investments to make this app become a reality. A company called Nova, who helps startups with mentorship, networks, connections, funding, 400 to 500,000 pounds, full team, software engineers, design team, marketing team, finance, was interested in working with me, but however, they want to take 50% equity, and I personally feel it is too much, so what do I do? Well, here's one way to look at it, Kwame. Would you rather have 50% of something or 100% of nothing? Think about it. This is your very, very first endeavor. You have zero experience, zero track record of success. You've got a legitimate company comprised of a huge team, lots of experience, lots of mentors, and they're willing to invest $400,000 to $500,000 in your business that has zero track record and let you still own 50% of the company, and they're taking all the risk. I think that's an amazing deal. So I would say, go for it. One of the things you put in your question is, I personally think it's too much equity. Well, what experience or data are you using to calculate I think? That sounds emotional to me, right? And listen, that's fine. This is your company. If you don't want to give away 50%, that's your prerogative. If they say, this is the deal, we give you this, it's 50% non-negotiable, you have to make a decision. It doesn't matter what you think, right? That's emotion. In business, that doesn't matter. What matters is, what's the deal? So you have to decide, do I walk away from it or do I take it? Here are some things to take into consideration, and I'll strongly say this. Get your own attorney, okay? Go find a business attorney that you can put on retainer to help negotiate this deal for you. The fact that I hope that you're not trying to negotiate this deal by yourself with zero experience in the space. They're going to eat you alive because you don't know all the intricacies that go into controlling interest, majority interest, voting stock, share, all of this type of stuff that you're going to get into if a company like that invests with you. Get yourself a strong business attorney that represents Kwame, not the company. You need an attorney that represents the company, and you need an attorney that represents you. Those are two separate attorneys. Different firms, no conflict of interest. This is so, so important. This one piece of information I'm giving you to do this could save you millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in the case of Facebook. Look what happened with Facebook and the Winkler twins, or whatever they're called. Vossler twin, I don't know what they're called. But they didn't take all this stuff into consideration. Get yourself an attorney, get the company an attorney. And then you have to just make a decision for yourself. Are you willing to give up 50%? Listen, let's say this. Let's say they put in 50%. What's your salary? Do you get a salary? What are your benefits? What are your perks? All right. What happens if the company does great? Can you build in options to buy some of the stock back from them at a predetermined rate? These are all things that your attorney is going to know how to get into. Okay. This is very, very, very high level, complex stuff here. Okay. I love the fact that you found me on Instagram and you're an Ask a Millionaire asking me a question like this, because I'm glad, because I'm able to share this information with you, okay? Get yourself an attorney. But here's what I was about to say. This is your first endeavor. Let's say you keep 50% of the company. You build this thing to be a $50 million company, and you guys sell it for $50 million, and you get $25 million by the time you're 30. Don't you think that that's enough money? Because then you're going to be able to go and start something new. You're an entrepreneur. You're always going to have new businesses and new ideas. This is your first endeavor. Right now, in my opinion, this is just an opinion, get started on this as soon as possible. Get an attorney, strike the deal, get the $500,000, give up 50%, go to work, prove out this business, make it a success, make millions of dollars, sell it, and then start something next, and you can own 100% and not need anybody else's money. Make sense? That's my opinion. I wish somebody would have done that for me, said that to me, and taught me that when I was younger. All right? I hope that helps, man. Okay, next question comes from Arita. And Arita says, how do I do better with hiring the right people? The background is, my name is Arita. We have a home health aid company, which my husband and I started in May of 2020 in Las Vegas. We have really great clients, and that has been a blessing for us. With us starting a business in a pandemic at that, but now we are struggling to service our clients who desperately needs the help and services, but we just don't have enough workers. I work with clients, so does my husband. We aren't just sitting back. We get people applying, interviewing, and then we do hear from them again. Please, your advice is needed and will be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to assume that your typing is just because you were in a rush or something, or I'm not sure if English is your first language. Okay, so this is a great question, Arita, and I'm going to start this off by saying I would like to invite you to join Accelerators organization, where we could really help you do this. If you will send me or just go to www.acceleratoorg.com. The link is in my bio on Instagram for Accelerators.org. I want you to join because it's really more for business mentorship like this. And I have mentors, we have experts and mentors in our group that are high-level trainers and coaches and companies that teach entrepreneurs and businesses like yours and mine how to hire people. It is a very complex thing. So I'm going to try to wrap it up in a very small package here for you so you can at least understand the macro of hiring, but there's a lot that goes into it. The first thing is you have to have a really strong brand, which means you have to have a really strong story, a good pitch, be able to paint the vision and the mission of the company. You've got to have core values. These are my core values up here on the wall. You've got to have core values, and you've got to understand what questions are important for you to ask in the interview, what skills are required, how to put together a good job description, how to put together a good, strong first 30-day onboarding program, how to create processes in order to train them and create a book called the Standard Operational Procedural Manual for each person in their department so that they can be properly trained. And then you have to understand what is the adequate and fair compensation, and sometimes you overpay to get the better people. This is all very high-level complex stuff that we can teach you, and you're going to need to learn and better as a company, and I would love to help you. In Accelerators organization, we can help you do that. But that's how you learn how to hire the right people. Okay? You got to know what questions to ask, where to find the people, how to assess them, how to train them, how to onboard them, how to manage them, how to lead them, how to set up processes to ensure their success, how to give them the proper recognition, how to communicate with them, how to hold daily meetings, how to hold weekly meetings, how to hold monthly meetings. These are all things that every business usually lacks in knowing how to do it adequately. And that's why most businesses struggle and even fail, is because they've never been taught how to truly set up their company for success when it comes to attracting, hiring, and retaining great talent in their company. And I would love to help you. So please consider joining Accelerators organization. It's only $100 a month. I promise you it will be worth it in the number of employees you find, train, and retain, okay? But that's what you do. Now listen, here's some free information as well on top of that. If you'll log back into the Ask a Millionaire portal, in the portal there's a resource center, and in the resource center there is some articles in HR, team building, branding, management, leadership. There's tons of amazing articles, and these are articles that I've uploaded, and these are from AO, Accelerators Organization, and I'm sharing them in Ask a Millionaire. So these are great articles that can help you understand what's needed. You're going to need help on how to do it, and that's where AO can help you, okay? But log into the Resource Center, and there's tons of great articles for you to read in all of those different areas, okay? Hope that helps. Thanks for the question. Okay, the next question comes from Jonathan, and Jonathan says, if I'm guaranteed to make less money than I'm making now in order to jump into a field I'm passionate about to live the life I want, how would you manage the eventual emotional pains of not having access to as much income as you did, living the lifestyle you had? Okay, Jonathan, you just completely contradicted yourself in your own question. The background is I've been making $100,000 for the last few years selling insurance for AAA. With the effects of the pandemic, my income was stunted to $65,000 last year. I'm considering opening my own brokerage with Farmers. I've had to leave AAA so I can own my book of business and finally benefit from receiving residuals. Farmers is saying that the first year in I'd make 50 to 65, but more later, of course. I'm just apprehensive to make the jump as I know AAA's model, but long term there's no future for me and I'm not happy. How do you overcome your fear to jump? Well, it sounds like your income is already at 65,000, so you're not making that much of a difference jumping to Farmers. The only difference is that you're going to have to learn the Farmers way as opposed to the AAA way. When I said that you contradicted yourself, you said You said, if I'm guaranteed to make less money, well, you don't really know whether you're going to make less money at Farmers. That's just an assumption, okay? And so you may make the same or you may make more. You don't know that. But you also said to jump into a field I'm passionate about to live the life I want. But then you say, but it's not the lifestyle I want because I wouldn't be making the money that I want. So you're kind of all over the place with this. Here's what I would say, Jonathan. I always like to get involved in something that has the highest long-term upside potential. And in the insurance business, residuals, of course, is where it's at. But even as an individual insurance agent, where it's just you selling insurance, they'll sell you the dream that there's unlimited income potential, and there is, but the average insurance agent probably does make $100,000 or less. The agency is the one that makes millions or can make millions, or at least maybe 400 to 500 or plus, okay? If you're going to be in the insurance business, just like a real estate agent, I would ask you to open your mind and say, why not build an agency where you have other agents working under your agency and you provide them with administrative staff and you motivate them and get them sales training and help them succeed, and you're going to not only have your own personal block of business where you're going to make your normal commissions, but you're also going to get paid an override commission on all the agents that work under you. And this is called a general agency type of business model, okay? And I don't know if Farmers has that or AAA has that, but that's what I would look at, okay? That way, as you grow your business and you bring on more agents, and you start helping more people succeed, your income goes up exponentially. So in the short term, I understand that you're looking at, hey, I'm just weighing the option between two jobs. But what I want to do is I want you to think longer term and I want you to think bigger, okay? Both of those jobs, AAA, Farmers, you can make probably more than $100,000. If you've been stuck at $100,000, it's probably just because you're not working efficiently. You're not sharpening your sales skills. You probably don't have a sales coach. You're not working on higher premium tickets. You're not getting into the higher commission types of products. Maybe you don't have those available. You know, there is a sales coach that I use, Tom Black, and I'm going to be making his Pro Code sales training videos available in Ask a Millionaire soon. It's going to cost probably $500, but well worth it. And in some of the video interviews that I've talked about with Tom is, you know, what is one of the ways that a salesperson can immediately increase their income? And a lot of times, a lot of good salespeople, a lot of great salespeople, they're simply with the wrong company, or they're not selling the right product or service. They have great sales skills, so if you want to sell, why would you want a sales job that's only making $100,000 a year when you could have a sales job working the same amount of hours making $350,000 a year, right? If you're going to be a sales professional, the important thing is to be on the right horse, which means to be with the right company in the right industry. If you're going to work 40 to 60 hours a week, why not make 300 grand as opposed to 100 grand, right? So I want you to start thinking bigger, okay? You're a salesperson, okay? Are you just truly, truly, truly passionate about insurance and working with families or businesses and helping insurance, and it doesn't matter how much money you make because that's the passion you have? Or are you passionate about being a great salesperson? And the product or service, of course, you want to believe in, but wouldn't you rather make 300 grand as opposed to 100 grand? Most people would say yes. That just means it's time for you to maybe open your horizons and maybe get a sales coach and start looking at better opportunities for you if you're truly a great salesperson. And if you make 100 grand at AAA, you probably are a pretty good salesperson. And I'll bet you could make 150 to 200,000 or maybe even more. Okay? Food for thought. Keep asking the questions and I'm here to help. And I'm more than happy to put you in touch with that sales coach, Tom Black. He also does personal coaching. I always think that every salesperson should have a sales coach working with them to hold them accountable. Salespeople that have sales coaches generally make 50+% more than those that don't. Okay, the next question, which is the last question, comes from Matt. And Matt says, how do you find your voice on Instagram? I know this is somewhat a general question, so I'll refine it by asking, what are some of the processes that helped you find your voice? and to get the ball rolling forward instead of feeling like I'm just shuffling from side to side. The background is I am an aspiring video editor looking to expand my viewership and following on Instagram, and later down the line I would like to get into sales and marketing. I see Instagram as a way to communicate with potential clients and a tool to network and to try to make lasting impressions. I am not scared to fail, but I feel I'm currently lacking on perspective of how to be successful. I've spent the time in the field of work I want to pursue as well and have a pretty good understanding about the industries, hospitality and action sports. Okay, Matt, kind of a little bit all over the place, so it's very difficult to understand this. I'd like to know if you own your own company, or do you have a job, or I'd like to know a little bit more about you. You also say I am an aspiring video editor. That means that that's something that you're looking to do in the future. You're aspiring to that, or are you a video editor? I don't know if you're studying to be a video editor or you are a video editor. I'm just going to assume that you are a video editor, okay? If you're a video editor, video's fucking really cool. In fact, video gets the most views on Instagram, right? Reels, stories, IG videos, posts get the most views, right? So if it were me and I am a video editor and I'm a really good one, I would put together really fucking good videos that people love and want to share, and my videos will go viral and I'll grow my following. And during that, I would hire a coach, a social media coach like me or somebody else that can teach me how to then get clients that want videos like that for themselves or their company. And I can't teach you all that just on a YouTube, answering a question here, but there is a process to learn how to use Instagram to evoke decisions and buying decisions from your audience. If you just look at my Ask a Millionaire page, I'm not blowing my own horn here, but it's fucking perfect when it comes to the way a page needs to be set up. The bio is perfectly written to let people know what I do and how to connect with me. If you click the link in my bio, I've got all kinds of call to actions to get people to register for the start of my funnel, which is a free account with Ask a Millionaire, where I can build a relationship. I also love to do this. Like answering your question right now is part of what I call philanthropy in my life. I just love to do this. Whether or not you become a customer or not, it doesn't matter. I just love to help people. I really do. And I've been doing this for 6 years. It's my calling. I love it. So, but that's the start of a sales funnel as well. As I build a relationship, I also have my own company, and I know that people will be, cool, I really loved your Ask a Millionaire stuff, and I happen to be an entrepreneur, and I'm trying to grow a business. I'm going to join your Accelerators organization company and learn from you about business. So if you follow exactly what I do and you look at the posts that I do, look at the new branding I have. It's all perfectly branded with my brand identity kit, my color palettes, great grid on the profile, okay? I also have a call to action on every one of my captions that says, if you want to become a first-generation millionaire, create a free account, start asking questions, get an answer just like this. And then I also do posts from time to time with, if you're a business owner and you like access to mentors, send me a direct message because I'd like to talk to you about my mentor program. So every now and then I'll throw a couple ads, my own ads on my page. Everything I do on Instagram, just copy it. Feel free. This is called R&D. Not research and development. Rip off and duplicate. Rip off and duplicate everything that I do. Copy every process that I do. Feel free. I'm not going to be upset. Okay? So that's how you build an Instagram account. It starts with great content, which if you're a video editor, you should be able to put together amazing content. And there's a lot of people like me that you could go to if you're trying to get a name for yourself. You could be like, hey, Shawn, let me do some videos for you for 3 months or 6 months and build a relationship with you. And when I create these amazing videos, I'm going to put them on my page, but I would like to work out the relationship where I do these videos for you and you post them on your page and give me credit, okay? And tell people to come follow me. Lots of people like me would probably do that, assuming your skills are great. So these are all kinds of ways that you can use Instagram to build your following and build your business. All right. As far as finding your voice is great, amazing, engaging videos. That's your voice. As far as writing captions and those types of things, you know, that's usually just going to come from your natural personality in the beginning. Okay? Great question, Matt. I appreciate it. All the questions from everybody, thank you so much. As always, after I click end live on this video, my assistant is going to download this video, upload it to YouTube, and then she's going to email you a link directly to the video where I'm answering your question, and it's going to come to you by email. So make sure and check your email. How is that for amazing service? There is nothing like this in the world. If there is, show me, because I don't know of anybody or any organization doing this right here for you at no charge. So spread the word of Ask a Millionaire. Keep asking questions. Look forward to getting to know you more, and I will see you probably on the gram. Take care.